Today we'll talk about how to find locators of the disappearing elements. What is a disappearing element? Disappearing element are those elements which gets disappeared once you take your cursor or focus away from that specific element. For example, here you can see in the Flipkart search box, when I'm searching something, it is showing me auto suggestions. And as soon as I move away from this auto suggestion drop down, all the suggestion elements, these all things gets disappeared. So we call it as a disappearing element, and inspecting locator of these elements becomes a nightmare for all of us because the element itself is now not existing on the web page. So this scenario may occur with auto suggestion search boxes, or also it may occur with hover over drop downs like you can see here. So today I'll talk about how to find locators of these disappearing elements. The first option that I could tell you that I have found useful is just search for this specific search box, the element on clicking which or on writing such words upon which you get the suggestion list. Like here, this is my search box and this is the element. Select the element, go to event listeners, check for blur property and remove all the blur properties. Once you have removed all the blur properties, this suggestion drop down will not go away and I'll be easily able to inspect any of the elements. So this is one of the method, remove the blur properties. I'll reload the page to show you the next option. Now the blur properties are present. I'm not removing it. The other option is emulate focused page. For that, go to your DevTools, press Ctrl Shift P from your keyboard and write emulate focused page and select that. After that, whatever you will be doing, the auto suggestion drop box will not go away and you will be easily able to inspect all the locators of it. It is not going to disappear from your DOM. To go to the next option, I'll first disable the emulate focused page. I'll again select Ctrl Shift P. I'll write emulate focused page and I'll switch it off. Do not emulate focused page is the option that I'll be selecting now. I have switched off the emulate focused page. If I'll now write anything and I'll try to inspect the box, it will go away because I have switched that specific emulate focused page functionality as off. So we talked about blur method, we talked about emulate focused page. Another option that I found helpful is putting the debugger on, that is freezing the DOM elements. For that, go to console, clear everything, paste this line of code and run it. Press enter. Press enter to run it. And now you write whatever you want to write here. After 5 seconds, the second that you have provided here, your screen will be freezed. So before that 5 seconds, you have to come to this auto suggestion box, search box and write whatever you want to write here. Whatever screen is on your page, that situation, that frame, that DOM will get freezed and you can then inspect any of the element. Once you are done with it, just now as you can see the debugger is now paused, resume it and you are good to go. Your web page will again be normal. Now is the debugger, the DOM is not freezed, the debugger is not on. If you will try to inspect the element, it will go away. Let me show you freezing the web page via console command again. Now it will give me 5 seconds of time. Within that 5 seconds of time, I need to bring the page to whatever situation I want to bring. That is, I need to bring this drop down, auto suggestion drop down, and after that it will get freezed. So I went to my console, I wrote the same commands again, I pressed enter, and within 5 seconds I came here and I wrote whatever I need to write. And after 5 seconds, the DOM, the web page, in whatever condition it is, will get freezed. And now it is cakewalk for me to inspect any of the elements. Once I have done with the inspection of elements, when I have decided my locators, I'll just go ahead and switch it off. We talked about remove blur, we talked about emulate focused page, we talked about console script. So the next option is break on, using the break on functionality on the dev tools. Using this break on functionality as well, we can pause the DOM. Here, I'll inspect this element, the search box. I'll go here. I'll right click on the dev tools. Once I right click it, I'll get many options, many properties. Break on is one of it. I will check on this property, that is attribute modifications. Now attribute modifications properties inside break on is selected. I'll go and type anything here, and now again the DOM will get paused. So break on functionality also helps us to pause the DOM in debugger mode. Once I am done with it, I'll switch it off to see the next option available. The next option is using Fn plus F8. I'll press Fn plus F8 on my keyboard, and now the debugger is on. Before pressing Fn F8, I need to write mobile under or whatever search text I need to write here. But sometimes what happens after writing, when I'm trying to press Fn plus F8 on some screens, the auto suggestion Dropbox goes away, it disappears. So it may not work many times. It may work on some pages, it may not work on some pages. These are few of the options that you can try to inspect the disappearing elements from the web page. Quick disclaimer here that few options will work on some pages and few options will not work on some pages. This console script debugger options have worked for me in all of the web pages. If the remove blur option is not working for you, if the emulate focused page option is not working for you, if this option is not working for you, I guarantee you that this option for sure is going to work for you. Our web pages, all of our web pages are unique. They have been designed using different technologies, different languages. Some has been designed using JavaScript, some has been designed using React, some has been designed using some other technologies. So all of the options may not work for you in all of the web pages. However, this option will work everywhere. For example, this is a hover over dropdown. I will go here, I'll try to inspect this element. Once I have inspected this element, I'll go to event listeners. I will find out the blur options. Here, as you can see in the event listener, the blur options are not available. So we'll go ahead with the next method, that is emulate focused page. I will press Ctrl Shift P on the keyboard and write emulate focused page and select the option. Now this is selected. I'll hover on it. Whenever I'm coming out of this hover, the element is getting disappeared. So I'll not be able to inspect the element. So this second option itself is again not working. I'll go to the third option, that is console script. I'll go to console. I'll clear the console. I'll write the code. I'll press enter, and before 5 seconds I will bring the web page to the situation on which I want it to get freezed. So this is the situation where I want my web page to get freezed. Link 1, link 2, link 3 getting displayed. Now I can go and inspect any of the element. Once I am done with inspecting of the element, I will resume it. The debugger is now off. Now let's try the third option, fourth option, that is break on pause the DOM. I'll inspect this element, I'll right click on it, I'll select break on, I'll select attribute modifications. Yeah, this is also is not working here. So the point that here I am trying to make is these are all the 5 options that you can try to locate the disappearing element. Most of the options will work on all the pages and some may not work in some pages depending upon the technology using which the page has been built on. However, this will work irrespective of the technology on which the page has been built. Thank you.